Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video for Valheim. In this video, folks, I am going to quickly show you everything you need to know about getting iron in Valheim. So, before we even get into the swamp, we need to start out here in the dark forest. So, we're going to have to finish off the second boss. That will unlock a key that will let us into the crypt or dungeons, whatever way you want to call them. Now, to do that, of course, we will have to fight the grading brute or the grey dwarf brutes. Now you can sometimes find them here where the spawners are. Also, you want to deal with the nest here. I don't suggest you destroy them, but if you destroy them, you will get the ancient seed. We need 3 ancient seeds to summon the second boss. So as you saw right there, I picked up an ancient seed. Now, of course, I'm doing this with the admin command, but I'm going to show you what the grading brute looks like as well. So this is the Grey Dwarf Brute. I do realize that I've been calling it Grey Dwarf. This is what I meant basically. So it's this guy right here. Be careful, he does hit quite hard. And when you do take him down, he has a chance of dropping a ancient seed, as you see right there. So as I said, we need 3 of these. Once you have these, then you need to prepare for the boss fight. And of course, it can be anywhere, or his arena or summoning arena can be anywhere on the map. The map is of course procedurally generated. So basically, in the scenario, you're ready to fight the boss. We are going to place the seeds on our hotbar, then access the brazier right here, and then just dump them in there, which will then summon the boss. I do have a full guide for how to fight the boss, as well as how to pretty much cheese this guy. There are ways of doing it. And of course, he does have these pillars that we can use around his arena to block the attacks that he kind of lunges our way, so those things will hurt quite badly. So we always use those if you want to do it officially. When you see him lift his arm up, just run away, because of course he will summon the tentacles or roots or whatever the heck they are, and they will hurt quite bad as well. Of course you can destroy them, but it's just easier to run away. So we fight this guy, we defeat him, and then he drops a swamp key. So I'll show you that. We're just about to take him down right here, and down he goes. So once he's dead, he will drop a couple of things. One of them will be a trophy, which you can place at the ring at the start of your game on the altar over there. I'm guessing it's an altar. So that's the trophy right here. And then that is the swamp key that we need. Of course, the swamp key will let us into the crypt. I like to refer to them as dungeons because that is what it is at the end of the day. So this dungeon right here that I am at, I've already been mining and farming this particular dungeon. Do bear in mind, it may take a couple of trips because of course iron ore is quite heavy. There are a lot of undead here, so you do want to come prepared with good food with you, as well as plenty of inventory space. So this is what the swamp looks like. As you can see here on the map, it is this brownish grayish area, and it is a dangerous place. You will fight all sorts of undeads, blobs, all sorts of creepy crawlies, as well as droggers, so be prepared. There's also leeches in the water that you will have to fight, and all of them do drop fairly good loot that you will need later on. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It can be dark at times, and all of these doorways will be covered with I forgot what it's called. It'll be covered with certain things, so you'll have to mine your way. You will need a pick. Basically, there is a rune stone that will show the boss location right there. We've got chests. So this is what we're looking for. It is the iron scrap. I do recommend looting the chest if you can. As I said, you will need to do multiple trips if you want to harvest the iron. But over here, this is what I was on about. It is the muddy scrap pile. I forgot what it was called, but doorways will be blocked by this, so you will need a pickaxe of some sort, whatever you have, to kind of just pick at it. And eventually you will get 2 things. You will get the weathered bones, which will be the element required to summon the next boss, but you will also get the scrap iron, as you saw there in the upper left corner of the screen. Now, of course, this is the raw material, so we will need to process it in order to unlock the other recipes. I do also suggest you pick up the mushrooms. That is a good source of food. And the other important thing to know about these scrap piles is that some of them, well, all of them will be blocking doorways, and some of them will lead to places, others won't lead anywhere. So right here, as you can see, this is a scrap pile that leads into another room. We have Draugr to fight. Now, I normally like to try and sort the Draugr out and the NPCs beyond the room from a distance. I don't really want to be engaged in a fight with too many of these guys, but sometimes there is a spawner, so there is a body pile, I think it's called a body pile, that will continuously spawn Draugrs. So it does help to have a hammer of some sort because it does AoE damage. So luckily I was able to kite this guy in here, take him out, and of course they do drop things that you want to pick up as well. So as I said, make sure you have plenty of space in your inventory because the entrails are good for making sausages, which is a very powerful type of food. So once you have your raw iron, you will need the smelter. The smelter, on one end you will put in coal, and on the other end you will put the raw metal, the raw iron in there, and wait for it to process. Once it has been processed, of course, you will get the iron ingots. So right here we'll go and put some iron in there on this end. So of course it does have a limitation as to how much iron you can put in, but it will pop out this end right here. And as you can see, we picked up some stuff. Now this is what the ingot looks like. Once you have unlocked this, of course, it will unlock a lot of recipes, primarily iron armor, as well as some tools and weapons. Definitely worth having because they are more powerful than what you have until now. In order to craft stuff, you will need to have both the forge as well as the crafting bench. Different recipes will be found in both of them, of course, and you will need to have quite a bit of iron. So for example, if I want to do the iron grave, as you can see, it requires 15 iron, and of course we do also have weapons. So the mace, for example, over there, the pickaxe, the iron sledge, which is really good, and for that we do need the wood over there and some other bits that we can find here in the biome. So with time, as you can see, the iron helmet requires deer hide and 20 iron ingots. The iron mace requires wood, iron, and deer hide, and stuff like that. So as you can see, these weapons here are very powerful. The iron sledge, though, does require the Draugr trophy, which comes from the elite Draugr. Now you can find these around spawners. You can find these in the dungeons or the crypt as well. So I'm just kind of showing you stuff that you can craft with this. This is also superior to the bronze stuff. You do more damage, it does offer more protection, and of course you can also upgrade them for added values in terms of the damage and protection. So definitely worth picking these up. Once you get your hands on these in the swamp, life in the swamp does get a lot easier, to be fairly honest. So definitely worth going this way. Of course, also in order to gather that amount of iron, that will mean multiple trips into multiple crypts, and as iron does weigh a lot, it will take you some time to process it and turn it into the iron ingot, and or iron bars is what I meant, and so gathering this stuff will take some time. So once you have enough materials, you can have the full iron armor set, and this is what it looks like, and it does offer you added protection. With that being said and done, that is pretty much it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it and found it useful and informative. If you have, please do not forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself, and if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so they get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethum Discord. Links, of course, you can find down below in the video's description. And until next time, stay safe, folks.